Summer vacation season is underway, and many travelers are making sure they remember to pack the essentials: sunscreen, extra shoes, shorts, and swimsuits. But that's not all that will come in handy for the trip. Jamie Tucker says a few tech gadgets that can prevent a travel disaster.
Some of the biggest vacation headaches can be solved with a few tech gadgets. I'm not talking about delayed flights and high gas prices, but some tech essentials that can make your trip a lot less painful. The first thing to go in every bag is an AirTag. They'll not only help you track a suitcase if it takes a different flight, but I put one in every carry-on and backpack. I can locate a bag in seconds using the iPhone's Find My app. Android users should check out the tile trackers. I never travel without a charging hub. Hotel rooms never seem to have enough outlets. A charging hub lets you charge your phone, watch, earbuds, laptop, and other devices from just one single outlet. If you're traveling internationally, you'll need a universal plug adapter. Power outlets vary around the world. I picked up this Anker 5-port adapter because it's small and works anywhere. Now, you might consider a portable carbon monoxide detector. Hotels are usually safe, but vacation rentals, cabins, and older properties may not have working detectors. Now, these battery-powered units are small, easy to pack, and boy, are they loud. A portable Wi-Fi router helps in some properties and hotel rooms that limit the number of devices making connections. And don't forget a good portable battery. These small ones will charge one phone, maybe once. You'll need a high-capacity battery pack for multiple devices. And if your group travels with devices with different plugs, look for a 3-in-1 cable. It has mini USB, lightning jack, and a USB-C plug. Remember, these portable batteries should never go into your checked luggage. Put them in your carry-on, and some airlines want you to take them out of the carry-on before you put it in the overhead bin for safety. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Now, before packing any tech gadget, you should check with your airline or cruise line. Some are very particular about what devices they allow on board.
This is your first alert for